Ivan Vasilievich, what a surprise, what a pleasure to see you. How have you been keeping?
Oh, thank you. And you, if I may ask?
Oh, quietly toddling along, etc., etc. Sustained by your prayers and all the rest of it. I haven't conceived you have a seat. So good of you to think of your neighbours, but why the tails, the hat, the scarf, you on your way somewhere?
Only here, my dear Stefan Stepanich.
But why the tails? It's like New Year's Eve.
Well, the thing is this. I have a certain request to make. My dear Stefan Stepanich, this is not the first time I have had the honour of asking you for your help, and you have always been, how shall I put it? I'm sorry. I'm getting myself into a terrible state. My dear Stefan Stepanich, I'll just have a drink of water.
He's after money. He's not getting any. My dear fellow, what's the trouble?
Well, the thing is this. My dear Stepanich. Ah, Stepan, my dearich. Oh, I'm getting myself in this all worked up. See, to put it in a nutshell, you're the only person who can help me, although I've done nothing to deserve it, and I've not the slightest right to expect it.
My dear fellow, don't prolong the agony. Get it off your chest. What is it?
Well, here we are then, without more ado. The thing is that I have come to ask for the hand of your daughter in marriage.
My dear Ivan Vasilievich. I don't think I heard you all right. Would you say that again?
I have the honour to ask the hand of your...
Oh, my dear fellow. Long be my dearest wish. I'm tickled to death. Oh, always regarded you as a son. Oh, goodness me, I'm stunned with joy. Absolute. Lord, bring you love and peace and harmony and all the rest of it. Oh, what am I doing here standing like a complete imbecile? I go and fetch her, etc., etc.
Well, what do you think, my dear Stefan Stepanich? Can I count on her acceptance?
A handsome man like you? And she's going to up and say no? Oh, more likely she's as mad about you as a kitten, etc., etc. Wait there.
Freezing. I'm shivering all over. Examination fever. Take the plunge, that's the main thing. Never get married if you keep thinking about it. Keep hesitating. Keep talking about it. Keep waiting for some ideal love. Some real love. So cold. Natalia Stepanovna knows how to run a house. She's not bad looking. What more could I want? It's just that I'm in such a state. I've got my buzzing in the ears coming on. Can't not get married after all. In the first place, I'm 35. What people call the critical age. On top of which, I need a regular, well-ordered life. I've got a weak heart. I keep having palpitations. I fly up easily. I get into a terrible state about things. I mean, here I am now. I've got a tremble in my lip and a twitch in my right eyelid. But the worst thing is trying to sleep. I get into bed, and I'm just starting to drop off, when suddenly, in my left side, woof! I go straight up into my shoulder and head. I jump out of bed like a lunatic. I walk up and down a bit, and I'm down again. And I'm just starting to drop off, when suddenly, on my left side again, woof! Oh, if it happens once, it happens a dozen times.
Oh, good Lord, it's you! The parson, there's a man come to collect some goods. Vasilievich.
My dear Natalia Stepanovna.
Oh, look, and in my pinny, or any old how. We were potting peas for drying. Why haven't we seen you for so long? Have a seat. Do you want some lunch?
I have eaten, thank you.
Do smoke if you want to. Look! Wonderful weather! Such rain yesterday though. The men didn't do a stroke all day. How much have you got in? Can you imagine? I just went guzzle over the entire meadow. Regretting it now. Frightened all my hair's going to rot. Should have waited. What's all this though? Tails? Never thought I would see you in tails. Off to a ball, are you? I must say, you're looking very handsome. Why are you all dressed up like this?
Well, the thing is this, my dear Natalia Stepanovna. I've decided to ask you to listen to what I have to say. Now, this will of course come as something of a surprise. You may even be rather cross about it, but the point is this, so hideously cold.
What is it then?
Stepanovna, because I have had the honour of being acquainted with your family for quite some time, since I was a child, in fact. My dear departed aunt and her husband, from whom, as I believe you know, I inherited my estate, always had the greatest respect for your father and dear departed mother. We Lomovs and Uchabukovs have always been on very friendly, one might almost say family terms. My land, moreover, as you know, marches with yours. My Oxley Meadows abut your Birchwoods.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. You say my Oxley Meadows. Not yours, surely.
Mine, I think, yes.
Goodness gracious. Oxley Meadows are ours, not yours.
My dear Natalia Stepanovna, they're mine.
This is news to me. How do they come to be yours?
How do you mean, how? I'm talking about the Oxley Meadows that make a wedge between Burn Swamp and your... Birchwoods.
Exactly, they're ours.
No, you're wrong, my dear Natalia Stepanovna, they're mine.
Oh, come now, Vasilievich, since when have they been yours?
Since when? They've always been ours, to the best of my recollection.
Oh, I'm sorry, but really?
My dear Natalia Stepanovna, I think you'll find that my aunt's grandmother granted the use of the meadows rent-free for an unspecified period of time to your father's grandfather's peasants. Your father's, in return for them making bricks for her, your father's grandfather's peasants, enjoyed this use of the land for some 40 years and became accustomed to regard it as their own. But then, when the land register was published...
It's not like that at all. My father and great-grandfather both regarded their lands extending right up to Burn Swamp. So Oxley Meadows were ours. What possible dispute can there be? I don't understand. I find all this rather vexing.
I'll show you the documents.
No! This is just a joke, isn't it? Or else you're having me on. It's just a shock, that's all. You own a piece of land for nearly 300 years and suddenly you're informed it's not yours. It's not the meadows I mind about so much. A dozen acres all told, not worth more than 300 rubles. It's the unfairness of it that outrages me. You can say what you like, but I cannot abide unfairness.
Listen to what I'm saying. I implore you. Your father's grandfather's peasants made bricks for my aunt's grandmother. My aunt's grandmother, wishing to...
Aunts, grandmothers, grandfathers, I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is Oxley Meadows are ours.
Excuse me, but they're mine.
Ours? You can stand there arguing all day. You can put on 50 lots of tales, but they're ours, ours, ours. I've no wish to take what's yours and no great desire to lose what's mine. Thank you very much.
It's not the meadows I mind about. It's the principle of the thing. Please, I'll give them to you.
I can very well give them to you for that matter, since they're mine. I can scarcely believe my ears. We've always thought of you as a good neighbour, as a friend. Last year we lent you our threshing machine, which meant we had finished threshing our corn in November, and here you are, treating us as if we're gypsies, giving me my own land. I'm sorry, but I don't find that very neighbourly. In fact, I think it's downright impertinence, if you want to know.
So, you're telling me I'm some kind of land grabber, are you? Madam, never in my life have I laid a finger upon another man's land, and no one will make such an accusation with impunity. Oxley Meadows are mine!
You're a liar! They're ours!
Mine!
Liar! I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to send my men straight down there today to mow them.
You're what?
My men. Today they'll be down there mowing.
I'll throw them out on their necks.
You wouldn't dare!
Oxley Meadows are mine, you understand? Mine!
Don't shout at me. You can shout and wheeze the rage home, but while you're here, I must ask you to keep yourself under control.
Madam, if I were not in terrible agony with these palpitations, if the blood were not pounding in my temples, I should take a very different tone with you. Oxley Meadows are mine! They're mine! They're mine!
What is all this shouting?
Papa, will you please explain to this gentleman who Oxley Meadows belong to, us or him?
My dear sweet man, they're ours.
Excuse me, Stepan Stepanich, but how do they come to be yours? Don't you start being unreasonable as well. My aunt's grandmother granted the use of the meadows rent-free for an unspecified period of time to your grandfather's peasants. Your grandfather's peasants enjoyed this use of the meadows for some 40 years and became accustomed to regard it as their own. But then, when the register was published...
My dear sweet man, you're forgetting that the peasants didn't pay your aunt's grandmother for the meadows because precisely at that time the ownership of the meadows was in dispute. But now, as everyone knows, etc., etc., they're ours. You obviously haven't seen the land register.
But I can prove to you that they're mine.
Dear sweet man, you can't.
I can.
Why are you shouting like this? You know that shouting won't prove anything. I have no wish to take what's yours, and I have no intention whatsoever of giving away what's mine. If you wish to pursue the ownership of the meadows to that extent, my dear sweet man, I would turn around and give it to the peasants rather than give it to you. So there.
I don't understand. What right have you to go giving away other people's land?
I'll be the judge of what right I have, sir. And I thank you to keep a civil tone in your voice. I must be twice as old as you are. No, and I'm not used to having this tone adopted with me. I'll be the judge of what right I have.
No, but you just take me for a fool, don't you? You think you can laugh at me. You call my land yours, and then you expect me to talk to you calmly and treat you politely? My dear sweetheart, no. That's not the way good neighbours should behave. You're not a neighbour. You're a land grabber.
What was that? What did you say?
Papa, so they went straight down there today to mow them.
What did you say, sir?
Oxley Meadows are mine. I won't ever give them up. I won't.
We'll see about that. I'll prove to you in court that they're mine.
In court? Well, might you go to court, sir? Well, might you, indeed. This is precisely what you've been waiting for, etc., etc. A chance to go to court. You're nothing but a born troublemaker. All your family were troublemakers, the lot of them.
Ah, thank you not to insult my family. The Lomoffs have all been honest citizens. None of them who've ever been taken to court for embezzlement, like your uncle.
Yeah, but the Lomoffs have all been mad.
All of them, all of them, all of them.
Yes, and your grandfather drank like a fish. And what about this aunt of yours? Yes, this famous aunt. I mean, her younger sister ran off with an architect.
And your mother was deformed. Oh, my heart. Palpitations. Oh.
Your father did nothing but gorge and gamble.
And your aunt is the biggest gossip in the neighbourhood.
Oh, my vision's gone blurry. And as for you, you underhand schemer, oh my heart, everyone knows what you were up to at the elections. Oh, my heavens, water.
How low, how dishonourable, how vile.
And what about you, you two-faced conniving snake in the grass? Yes, sir, you, sir.
Hat? What? Oh, which way am I going? Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying.
Don't pick my foot up. Well, then drag it out after you and then never bring it back.
Take us to court, we'll see what happens.
So much for him.
So much for good neighbours.
The scoundrel, the scarecrow.
The monster takes you there, then turns around and curses you.
And you know this young milksop had the cheek to come in here and propose? How about that? Cheeky sons.
To propose? How do you mean, propose?
I mean, he came in here to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why on earth didn't you say so before?
But, I mean, he got himself up in his tails to do with the silly sausage.
To propose? To me? Get him back! Get him back!
Get him back?
I'm going to bed! Get him back!
What's the matter? Oh, what a wretched fate is mine. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. You're all driving me mad.
Get him back!
All right, don't howl.
What have we done? What have we done? Get him back!
He's coming. You better speak to him yourself. I'll be damned if I'm going to.
Get him back!
Oh, I said he's coming. Oh, what a wretched profession is mine. Being the father of a grown-up daughter. Goodness me. Oh, we've cursed this fellow, uphill and down. We've shamed him. We've thrown him out. And you're the one who's done it. Yes, you.
Me? It was you!
Oh, yes, it's all my fault, is it? Well, you talk to him then.
Oh, terrible palpitations. Oh, pain in my side. My leg's gone numb.
Forgive me, we became a little heated. I remember now, Oxley Meadows are yours.
My heart's beating like a drum. Mine the meadows, yes. Oh, I've got a twitch in both eyelids.
Yes. Yes, the meadow's yours. Yes. Have a seat. Yes, we were wrong.
principle of the thing. I don't care about the meadows, but I do care about the principle of the thing.
Yes, the principle, exactly. But let's talk about something else.
Particularly since I have proof. My aunt's grandmother.
Yes. I don't know where to start. Shall you be going hunting again soon?
For Blackcock, yes. I was hoping to start after the harvest. Oh, but have you heard? Such bad luck. You remember Finder? He's gone lame.
Oh no, how did that happen?
I've no idea. He must have got bitten by the other dogs or dislocated something. My best dog. Not to mention the money. You know I paid 125 rubles for him.
Oh, too much, Imbecile, too much.
I thought it was a bargain. He's a wonderful dog.
Well, I got 85 rubles. And after all, where's a vastly better dog than Finder?
What? Flyer better than Finder? Flyer better than Finder?
Well, he's young, certainly. He's not out of his puppy coat yet, but in his line, in his action, you won't find a better dog in the country.
But you're forgetting his jaw, surely. He's undershot, and undershot dogs always have a poor bite.
Undershot? First I've heard of it.
I assure you, his bottom jaw's shorter than his top jaw.
You've measured them, have you?
Yes, I've measured him. He's all right for coursing, certainly, but when it comes to holding, well.
In the first place, Flyer is purebred bullseye. Byhound is out of Chisholm, whereas heaven alone knows where your spotty mongrel sprang from. In the second place, your dog is as old as the hills and as ugly as sin.
Old he may be, but I shouldn't swap him for 5 of your Flyers. What? Flyer's a dog. Finder's a... oh, well. It's ridiculous. Dogs like that, they're as common as dirt. Every little whipper-in's got one.
There's some demon of contradiction put into you today, Vasilievich. First you claim the meadows for yours, then you claim Finders are better dog than Flyer. I can't bear people who don't say what they really think. You know perfectly well that Flyer's 100 times better than that stupid Finder of yours, so why say the opposite?
You obviously think I'm blind or stupid. Flyer's undershot.
He's not!
He's undershot.
He's not!
Then why are you shouting, madam?
Why are you talking nonsense? It's absolutely outrageous. Your dog's ready to be put down, and here you are comparing him with Flyer.
I'm afraid I can continue this argument no longer. I'm suffering from palpitations of the heart.
I've noticed with sportsmen that the ones who talk the most have least idea what they're talking about.
Be quiet, madam. I beg of you. I'm having a heart attack. Be quiet!
I shan't be quiet until you admit Flyer is 100 times better than Finder.
He's not. He's 100 times worse.
He's a better dog.
He's not a better dog.
He is.
He's not.
He is.
He's not.
Now what's happening?
Tell us frankly, in all honesty, which is the better dog? Our Flyer or his Finder?
Yes, Stepanich. Just tell us one thing. Is Flyer undershot or is he not? Yes or no?
My dear fellow, what difference does it make? What does it matter? There's no better dog in the whole district than our Flyer.
But in fact, there is. My Finder is better, isn't he? In all honesty.
Oh, I think your Finder has got some very good points. He's a purebred, he's strong on his feet, and he's got a good fall away. But if you want to know the truth, there are 2 bad things about your dog. One is that he's old, and the other is that he's got a short muzzle.
Well, I'm afraid I'm suffering from palpitations of the heart. Let's just look at the facts. In Moravskin's cornfield, if you remember, my Finder ran neck and neck with the Count's tormentor, when your Flyer was half a mile behind.
Yes, but the reason he was behind was because the Count's man took a whip turn.
And for good reason. All the other dogs were chasing a fox. Your Flyer was after a sheep.
My dear fellow, that is not true. Now, I've got a very short fuse, so let's bring this discussion to an end. No, the reason that the Count's man got a whip to him was because they were all jealous of their neighbour's dog. They all hate everyone else. And you, sir, you're not beyond reproach yourself. Anytime you see a dog that's better than your Finder, you start on this kind of thing. I haven't forgotten, you know.
I haven't forgotten either.
I haven't forgotten either. What is it you haven't forgotten?
Palpitations. Oh, my leg's gone. Oh, I'm dizzy.
Palpitations. You're not a hunter. You should be at home, over the kitchen stove like someone's
Yes, hunting indeed. You should be at home, sitting at home with those palpitations of yours, not running around on top of a horse. And I wouldn't mind if you did go hunting. All you go for is to pick quarrels and get in the way of other people's dogs. A hunter? You're not a hunter.
And you think you're a hunter, do you, sir? All you go for is to suck up to the count and get on with your scheming. Oh, my heart. You schemer!
Me, sir? A schemer, sir? You young puppy.
You old rat.
Oh,
You
oh.
Jesuit.
Hold your tongue or I'll shoot you like a partridge, you blatherskite.
Oh. Palpitations. Oh. My leg's gone now.
Your housekeeper has you in a piece of string.
Oh, go on. Go on, go on. I'm having a heart attack. Oh,
You young milksop, you young
doctor!
whippersnapper.
Get a doctor!
Blatherskite. Oh, I feel faint.
Hunter.
I think I'm going to faint.
Don't make me laugh. You can't even sit on a horse. Papa? What's wrong with him? Papa? Look at him. He's dead!
Air, give me some air. I'm going to faint.
The sewage!
Oh.
Papa, look at him!
What?
What's been done? What's been done?
What?
Fetch a doctor!
What's the matter with him?
He's dead!
Who's dead? Who's dead? Oh, he's dead. Oh, goodness me. Doctor, water. Quick, here, drink some water. Oh, he's not drinking. He's dead, etc., etc. Oh, goodness me, and all the rest of it. Oh, what wretched luck have I got? Oh, how have I come this far in life without cutting my throat or shooting myself? Oh, give me a knife. Give me a pencil. Oh, he's coming around. Quick, drink. So, he's coming around. Yes. Oh, that's better. Oh, he's alive. That's better. Oh, quick, up. Just marry her. Just marry her. Oh,
Miss.
just marry her to heaven. And she says yes. Come on, just marry her. She says yes, and all the rest of it. Just, all I want is some peace, please. Marry her. She says yes.
Yes, I'm saying yes.
Yeah, she said yes, right? So give her a kiss. Give her a kiss then. She said yes.
Oh, yes. Very nice. What's all this about? Oh. My leg. Oh, my leg. Oh, I remember, yes. I'm very happy. Leg's gone.
Yes, I'm very happy too.
Oh, phew. That's a load off my mind. Oh.
Anyway, you can admit it now. Fly is a better dog.
He's not. He's not.
Oh, the start of another happy marriage. Champagne! 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 Champagne!
Nicholas, if you're not asleep by the time I come up, I shall smack your body. Now go to sleep at once.
Oh, hello, I thought you must be in.
Hello.
I thought you were in.
Yes.
You are. Hello.
Who are you?
Next door.
Oh.
Next door, Mrs. O's, Rosemary. Do you
Oh,
remember?
Hello.
I did ring both bells.
Oh, I don't take much notice of bells.
Oh.
I've got my hands full.
Oh, yes, with the children.
Yes.
It's 3 you've got, isn't it?
Yes.
Still, I expect it's time well spent.
Not much option, really.
Oh, well, don't let to get on?
No.
I mean, if you were going to bed.
Bed?
Well.
Oh, no. I just wasn't going anywhere, that's all.
Oh, not ill.
No. Just to get dressed.
Oh, well.
Come to think of it, I don't think I've been in there for weeks.
Oh, that's a shame.
In fact, I don't think I've got dressed for weeks either.
Oh, well. I must say, we haven't seen you.
No. I'm being very rude. Do you want to sit down?
Oh, yes, thank you. Just for a minute.
Where that is.
Yes, my husband and I. Terry, that's my husband. He was remarking. We haven't seen you for a bit.
No.
We heard children, mind you. Not to complain of, but we heard them. So we didn't see you.
No.
Or your husband.
No.
And then I said to Terry, they know where we are. They've only to ask. If they can keep themselves to themselves, that's all right by us. I mean, that's why they've got up that great big fence to keep themselves to themselves. That's all right by us.
Good.
And then 10 minutes ago, we got this phone call.
Uncle?
Yes. Terry answered it, that's my husband. And they say, will you accept a reverse charge call from a phone box in Middlesbrough? Well, that's funny, says Terry. Who do we know in Middlesbrough then? Not a soul, I said. Well, that's funny, says Terry. Well, who is it then? How do we know him? If we don't know, we don't want to spend money talking to him. And if we do, and it's an emergency, well, we wouldn't see him a wink. So the operator says, well, take it or leave it, suit yourself, all the same to me. So we took it and it was your husband.
Harry?
Harry is Mr. Compton.
What did he want?
Well, you. He's been worried about you. He's been ringing you for days, had the line checked, not been getting an answer.
Oh.
Has he not been ringing?
Possibly. I don't take much notice of bells.
Oh.
Anyway, he sounded very worried.
Anyway, he sounded very worried, so I said I'd pop round and check. I took his number in case. Are you alright?
Oh yes, I was just listening for later.
Oh, that's the baby.
No.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's just that I haven't spoken to anyone for days. And my husband's not home much.
Oh no, I quite understand. Would you like his number?
What?
His number. In Middlesbrough. He said he came on. It's for a hotel.
Oh no.
Oh.
Anything he's got to say to me, he can say to my face, or not at all.
Oh. Well, it's there.
Would you like a drink or something?
Oh, a drink. Oh, what is it? Oh, I don't mind if I do. Yes, that would be lovely. Just a little one.
Orange or lemon?
I beg your pardon.
Orange juice or lemon juice?
Oh, I thought you meant.
Have milk?
Oh, is there a possibility of some coffee?
No.
Oh,
You know it'll keep you awake.
oh,
I'll get you some orange juice, it's better for you.
oh.
Sit still, no running around. I'll be back in a minute.
Mrs.
Wait, I'm coming.
Oh.
Here we are now. Rosemary? Rosemary, your drink's on the table.
Come in a minute.
I'm watching the telly.
Oh, just for a minute.
Oh, look, I wonder what happened to you. After all, you only had to give her that number.
I want you to meet her. I don't think she's well. Oh, she just seems.
Well, look, she ill.
Well, I don't know.
Well, look, she's either ill or she isn't.
Well, I don't know. Shh.
Oh,
Here we are now.
evening.
Oh, hello.
My husband.
Oh, Terry, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a nice name. Sit down there then. Now then, Rosemary, got your orange juice.
Thank you.
Orange juice.
Yes.
What are you drinking that?
I like orange juice.
Oh, yes, how are you keeping then? Oh, I'm forgetting myself. Leslie, isn't it?
Mrs. Compton.
Mrs. Compton, how are you then?
Very well, Terry. Nice of you to ask.
And how's Mr. Compton?
Very well. I last saw him.
Oh, yeah. We were saying, though, Rosie and me, the job obviously gets him round and about quite a bit.
Yes.
Doesn't get home as much as he'd like, I expect.
I've no idea.
There again. Takes all sorts. Take me. I'm home 6 o'clock every night on the nose. It's the way she likes it. With a lighter. Well, I do. Sometimes I could quite envy your husband. Getting about a bit on me. It's more natural for a man. Man's natural way of life, right back to the primitive. Woman, she stays in the cave. Man, the hunter, he roves at will. Mind you, I think the idea originally was he used to go hunting for food. Different sort of game these days, though, isn't it?
Terry!
He's after something quite different now, isn't he?
Don't be silly, Terry.
What? Oh, beg your pardon.
Very pleasant orange juice.
No.
Full of vitamin C.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you the wrong idea just there. What I mean is, you can't put a man in a cage. You try and do that, you have lost him. See what I mean?
Well, that can apply to women, surely, just as well.
Yes, quite right.
What do you mean quite right?
Well,
Well, what, you're happy enough at home, aren't you?
yes,
Well,
yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. You're the woman, you stay home, you're happy looking after that. I'm the man. I have to get out and about a bit.
Oh, I don't know about that. You wouldn't go out at all unless I pushed you.
What do you mean?
Well,
I'm out all day.
only because you have to be. If you didn't have to be out, you'd come in, sit down, watch the television and go to bed.
Hey, I have to relax.
You're always relaxed.
Oh, don't deny me relaxing.
I don't!
Now stop quarrelling.
Hey?
I won't have any quarrelling.
Sorry.
Do you want an orange juice, Terry? Is that what the matter is?
Oh, no. No, I'm going to go in for that kind of drink. Mind you, I'll have another one of these biscuits.
Just a minute. How many of those have you had?
Look, it's not second. It's only not second.
That is all. No. I'm going to get you some milk. You better.
Oh, stop! No, not milk, please. No, thank you.
Sit down. No jumping about when we're eating.
I see what you mean. She's odd.
I told you she was.
No wonder he's got off.
Perhaps that's why she's odd.
Why?
Because he's gone off.
Rubbish. And I'll have less of that if you don't mind.
What?
Oh, all this talk about me never getting out of the house.
But it's true.
It's not true. Makes me out to be some kind of bloody idle loafer.
Oh, honestly, Terry, you're so touchy these days. I can't say a thing right, can I?
No, not very much now you come to mention it.
Niggle, niggle, niggle. You keep on at me the whole time.
Oh, what do you
I
mean?
don't know what's got into you these days.
Shut up.
Grumbling and moaning.
I said shut up.
I wish to God you'd go off somewhere sometimes. I really do.
Don't you tempt me. I feel like it sometimes, I can tell you.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, you think I enjoy staying home night after night, looking at your face that you've got what I eat these things for. Oh, you're mistaken.
That's why you mind.
Oh, come on, let's go.
That was my orange juice when you were
What is all this jumping about?
I'm sorry, we gotta go.
Not until you finish. Sit down.
Look, I'm sorry, but
Sit down.
look, there's a match I want to watch on telly if you don't mind. I'm going.
Here's your milk.
Oh, thank you.
You don't deserve it.
I don't want it.
But don't be tiresome.
I hate the stuff.
Now, Rosemary, let's see to you. Are you all right, dear? What's the matter with Rosemary?
Nothing.
What have you done to Rosemary?
Nothing.
Would you like a chocolate?
No, thank you.
They're lovely chocolates.
Rosie, are you coming or not?
Consider you apologise.
Rosie, look, I want to go. Are you coming? There's a match I want to watch on telly.
Did you drink Rosemary's orange juice?
Yes,
Look,
he
I'm
did.
going to go, okay?
Yes, he did.
Did you drink
I'm going.
Not until you apologise.
Oh, good night.
Don't you dare come back until you're ready to apologise.
Oh, I'm off.
Take anything you want.
Oh, take no
No,
notice.
things to ask.
He'll be back. Let him
You got a key, Rosie?
Have you come back to apologise?
Told you, I'm not apologising to anyone. I just want the key back to get back into my own house, if you don't mind.
Here.
Don't you dare give it to Rosemary.
Give me the key, Rosie.
Not until you apologise.
Rosie.
Rosemary, give it to me. I'll take it.
Rosie, give us that key.
Rosemary!
Would you mind, most awfully, giving me the key to my own front door, if you don't mind? Thank you.
Just as soon as you apologise.
Look, I'm not apologising to anybody.
You're not having the key there.
Look, I've got a day's work to do tomorrow. I'm damned if I'm going to stand here arguing with some frustrated nutter.
Hey! Take the notice of him, Rosemary. He's just showing off.
You going to give me that key or not?
Not until you apologise.
Well, I'm just going to have to take it off you then, aren't I?
You just dare.
Alright?
You just dare try.
Well, oh look, I don't want to. Look, just give it to me, come on.
But not until you finish your milk. Sit down.
No.
Sit down and drink your milk.
Look, I'm not going to apologise to her, you know that.
Sit.
I hate the stuff.
I'm not going to waste my breath on you, Terry. If you don't want to grow up to be big and strong,
She got her tongue out of me. She did.
Rosemary, don't do faces like that. If the wind changes, you'll stay like it.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh,
Come on, there's a good boy. Drink it up.
it's warm.
Come on, Rosemary, let's help him drink it up.
There's a football international I want to watch on telly.
Not until you finish that milk, there isn't.
Oh,
Come on, Rosemary, let's help him. Georgie, Porgy, pudding and pie.
Kiss the girls and make them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away.
Good
oh
boy.
God.
That's much better.
Can I have the key now, please?
There we are.
Thank you.
What'd you say?
Thank you.
There you go then. Night, night, dear. Night, Terry.
Night.
Sleep tight.
So let the bugs bite.
Hold Rosemary's hand. See you later.
Night night.
Night night.
Blooming kids, honestly.
Oh, damn blast! Operator! Hello, operator! Yes, I think there must be a fault on this line. The one I've been trying to get through on. Yes, 68419. Oh, this must be the third time that I've reported this, and I still haven't been able to get through to my wife. Well, thank you for the sympathy, but could we have a little bit of action, please? This is ridiculous. I'm going to take this right to the top. No, to the top. T for toffee, O for orange. Oh, forget it. Give me patience. Sorry, not getting lonely, were you? Did you leave after all that? Couldn't get through. I kept getting a ringing tone and then it just cuts off. I think it must be a fault in the line. Cheers.
Who are you trying to phone?
Oh, just family, you know.
Your wife?
Hmm?
You're married?
Hmm.
Have you got any children?
Yes. Ready for another?
Oh yes, lovely. Just one more.
Oh, good. Vodka and tonic, is it? Waiter! Going to say it again, Waiter. Please, vodka and tonic here. And I'll have a scotch and soda. You better make them large ones.
Oh well.
Large whiskey, large vodka, sir.
So you were saying you're just here for a couple of days?
That's right. We go back tomorrow.
Extraordinary. You know, I was walking through Mason's this morning on the ground floor, and I saw you there, you and your friend. What's her name?
Bernice.
Bernice. Pretty name. Paula and Bernice. Two lovely names. And I said to myself, Those two just don't go with Masons. Lovely personalities like yours just don't go with Masons. No, I said, I bet you they're up from London for a visit. Promoting, what was that you were saying?
Perfume.
Oh, yes. And I said, Harry, I said, I wouldn't mind betting what's more that those two are staying at the Crown. And then I look out the door of the bar here, and lo and behold, there you are in the foyer.
Coincidence.
No, really, how have your demonstrations been going, all right?
Oh, extremely well. And we're just on this short promotional tour.
Prompt.
Delicious sprinkles.
Yes, so what is it, perfume, was it?
Yes.
Is that some of that delicious fragrance I can smell even now?
Yes, I think I've got someone.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice indeed.
It's proving very popular. It's exotic without being cloying and can be worn equally well day or night.
You get commission on it, do you?
Oh yes, they pay very well.
Well, you need some inducement to come up here. What do you think of the place?
Right.
Oh, dreadful. Dead and alive. Goes to sleep at 6 o'clock. You know that I walk down the high street here, the high street if you don't mind, at 7:30 on a Saturday evening, and there hasn't been a soul.
Gracious.
Yes, empty, deserted. I'm a sinner. Cheers.
Cheers. You often here?
Oh, just every couple of months or so. Just a sales check, really. We're rather exclusive, you see. My firm doesn't regard this area very seriously. Masons are our only stockists, and that's where I was today. I was talking to Mr. Molyneux. He's their chief chap, you know. But not at all bad when you get to know him. Our sales are very disappointing, though.
Well, we sold a lot of perfume.
Well, yes, you'd be okay with that, but our line, we're kind of above the average, you see. Not much corporate up here. Predominantly working class, you see. Very, very small market.
We did notice there's not a lot of young people about.
No, there's not many girls. Not many girls like you, for instance. No. Now, you look very good in some of our stuff.
Really?
Yes. Orange. Tangerine shades, that's your colour.
Is it?
Yes, take my tip. Tangerine shades. I'm very good at that, you know. I can match a woman to a colour just like that. Do it almost automatically these days.
Really?
Yes. You're a modern girl, you see. Modern girl, needs modern styles, modern shades. Have you ever modelled by any chance?
Oh, I don't think I've quite.
Oh, come on, we don't take them all like sticks of celery, you know. Bit of shit never did the girl any harm. Cheers. Oh, thanks, very good man. Vodka there. Scotch, yeah. Charge them to room 249.
249. Very good, sir.
And here's something for you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Very good, sir.
No, as I was saying in my line, I've got to be able to look at a woman and say, you look very good in so-and-so.
Yes.
So, straight away.
I can see that.
Yeah, just like you, my friends. Straight away. Cheers. You married by any chance?
Oh, no, not likely.
Oh, steering clear then.
At the moment.
Oh yeah, I think that's very wise. Steer clear.
Don't let your wife hear you say that.
Well, you're always envious of what you don't have, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, freedom. I miss that. I mean, in the old days, if I walked in here and met somebody attractive, like I'm meeting you now, for instance.
Me?
Yes, well, no kidding. You could just allow things to happen, you know.
What sort of things?
Oh, well, that depends on the girl, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Got a boyfriend, have you?
One or two.
Bet you have.
Nothing serious, nobody
Oh,
special.
playing the field?
More or less.
Why not at your age? What are you? 21, I'd say. Yes.
Somehow.
Younger?
25.
25? Goodness me. 37.
Oh, yes.
I don't know 37. Not bad for 37. Ready for another one?
Well, now I've hardly started this.
No, I think you young people are doing the most sensible thing these days. I think it's marvellous that a young girl like you know, she can take her time, look around, get to know a few men for herself. Even sleep with them if she feels like it, and no hang-ups, marvellous.
What makes you think I do that?
No, I didn't say
I don't
that.
go sleeping around, you know.
But that's not what I was
I
saying.
don't fancy that.
No, what I was saying was if you did happen to fancy it, there'd be nothing to stop you. That's all I was saying.
Possibly.
of it.
Yes, it is.
No, to get back to our previous conversation. We're two adult people, right? And this is now present today. We can sit here and talk about whatever we care to talk about. Say for the sake of argument, sex. And not feel the least embarrassed. Now I think that's great. You know, when you think of the older days. Yes, I can sit here in the bar of a public hotel talking to a very, very nice girl, if I say so myself, and not feel the least embarrassed. And she can do the same, you can do the same. Cheers.
It's a nice hotel.
Not bad. Not marvellous, but not bad. The bedrooms are nice. Have you got a nice room?
Fine.
Single, is it?
No, we've got a twin.
We?
Me and Bernice.
Oh, that's your friend, isn't it? Me, I got a double. There's only me in there, but I've got a double. I don't like small rooms, you see. And besides, the firm is paying, so why not? Anyway, it's best to be prepared, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Oh, well, no, nothing like that. It's a very nice room, 249. I always try and get it when I'm here. Yeah, lovely room. It's got ensuite, bathroom, all the trimmings. Lovely. 249, that's the key. If you're ever up around, you're up to 249. It's the quietest room they have, I think. It's not around the front, you see, it's around the side.
Oh, that's good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Where are you then?
Eh?
What number are you?
Oh, do you know, I can't remember offhand.
Well, I hope your friend does. Otherwise you'd be wandering around all night, won't you? Probably end up in 249 if I'm lucky. Cheers. Ready for another one then?
No, it's very kind of you. I really think I should be going.
Oh, come on, have another one. You've only had a couple. Are you expecting somebody?
Yes, my friend Bernice.
Oh, really? Oh, goodness. I wonder where she might be then. Should I go and have a look in the foyer and see if she's there?
Well, I was meant to meet her in the foyer.
Oh,
Half
really?
an hour ago.
Oh, do you think she might be sitting there waiting then?
Oh, no, here she is.
Oh!
You said in the foyer.
I'm sorry, but I met this gentleman. Bernice, this is Harry.
Yes, Harry Compton. How do you do?
How you doing? You said you'd be in the foyer.
We're only sitting just round the corner here.
I didn't see you just round the corner, but I did.
Can I get you a drink, Bernice?
Yeah, I'll have gin and tonic, thanks.
Oh, good. Gin and tonic and another vodka for Paul. Waiter! Can I take your coat?
No, I'll keep it on. I've been out there half an hour, you know.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Now, girls, mustn't quarrel.
oh my God, this place is dumb.
Yes, I just sent to Paula here. It is, isn't it?
And it was freezing in that shop once more.
There's no excuse for that. Waiter! Oh, let's keep it. I go and get them myself. Can't be hanging around waiting gin and tonic and a vodka and tonic. I'm moving on. Besides, Bernice is thirsty. We can't have that.
Who's your friend?
Oh, you know, is that one hanging around the counter this morning? The one with all the funny remarks.
Ah, I remember. That's right, that's him. How did you finish up with him then?
Because you were late and you caught me standing out there in the foyer on my own.
I was not late. What's he like?
Well, you know.
Well, let's go then, shall we?
He's buying us a drink now.
So, we don't want to get stuck with him, do
Well,
we?
might as well have the drink.
All right then. Then tell him we're going to get back to our hotel. Expecting a call or something.
Well, that's no good. He thinks we're staying here.
How did we come to think that?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, if he thinks we're staying at the Week Shoot, he'll only follow us back there.
He won't.
He will.
Why should he?
Because he's one of those. We've only been talking 5 minutes. He's been trying to get me up to his bedroom.
I don't know why he wants to come here anyway.
Well, Simon said it was good.
You should know better than to trust Simon.
Can? Now, is there a chance you might be coming back here again sometime?
What, up here?
Well, you never know, you might be coming back here sometime, mightn't you?
Oh, I shouldn't think so.
Well, you know, I mean, when they see how much perfume you sold, they're bound to send you back up here.
It's only a temporary job.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're bound to want to stay here, aren't you? I mean, there's nowhere else.
Oh no, I shouldn't think that.
Well, in case you do want to come back here, you know, always try and go for a 2-4-9. Would you like to have a quick look at it? No, I just mean literally just pop upstairs, stick your nose around the door, see what you think.
Oh no, honestly.
I tell you, I just remembered, I've got a bottle of whiskey up there. You like whiskey?
No, I
don't
hate
you?
it.
Of course, you're a vodka guy. I can get some vodkas sent up and we'll have a party.
Oh no, I'd really rather not.
Oh, all right. We can go to your room if you'd rather.
Oh no, thank you for the same, I'd rather not.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I was saying, when I woke up this morning and knew I was going to be coming up here, I tell you my heart sank. But then, what happens? I found myself in the company of 2 gorgeous girls.
Yes.
You never know you're in love, do you? Cheers. Paul and I have been chatting away, haven't we, Paul?
Yes.
Let's see how I do with Bernice, shall we?
What?
Now, when I look at Bernice, I immediately think of blue.
Me?
Yes, blue's your favourite colour, isn't it?
No, I never wear blue.
You've got that blue trouser suit.
I never wear blue, I hate it.
Wow. I've been known to be wrong, but it's unusual. I'm not talking about a dark blue or a royal blue, no, I'm talking more of a pale blue. We've got this dress at the moment. It's in this new material. Man-made fibre, 10% more, crease resistant. Kind of a dress you can roll it in a bowl, jump on top of it, shake it out, put it on good as new. Now this is a really beautiful blue. I suppose you could call it a sort of ice blue, really. Yeah, it's got a top, much like the one you're wearing now, Bernice. And when I look at your colouring, it would really set that off. What do you think, Paula? Bernice in blue?
Yes, nice.
I think she'd look fantastic. When I saw you in there this morning at your counter with all those perfumes and bottles and things, I said, that's the girl that could really wear that dress.
I wouldn't be seen dead in blue.
Oh, cheers. Now, as I said, never thought I'd be spending this evening with 2 gorgeous girls.
You never know your luck, do you?
Quite right, Bernice. Never a true word. You never know your luck. Well, what are we 3 going to do this evening now?
Well, we're thinking of having it.
Oh, well, no rush. Don't worry about it. We can enjoy our drinks. We can decide later. You know, life is young. So are we. Well, in my case, young at heart.
Actually, Harry, I don't think we'll be wanting to do very much this evening.
Well, that's fine by me. We can stay here. You know, buy the dinner later on.
Oh,
Oh, come on. It'll be a pleasure.
Oh no.
It's a good restaurant here, you know.
no. I don't think actually either of us are very hungry.
Come on, you've got to eat. Keep your strength up, for goodness sake. No, really very nice restaurant here. I mean, it would be my pleasure. I always seem to be eating alone. So nothing is worse than that, is there?
No, when
Then
you're
I finally eat, I'm always eating alone.
No, when you're at home, you don't.
Well, on those occasions, on those rare occasions, yeah. To be frank with you, I'm not very often there. But I don't want to be boring you with my troubles. No. Enough said. Cheers. Don't get me wrong or anything like that. I mean, my wife and I, we're not separated or anything like that. No, we just don't see eye to eye on things. She's got very strong views on certain matters. You know, and as I was saying to Paula there earlier, I'm by nature easygoing. But my wife's the kind of woman who considers that these things cannot be forgiven or forgotten. Particularly not forgotten, ever. No matter how much you might talk to her or apologize to her about it, she's the kind of woman who just won't take side for an answer. So that's it. I live there on occasions, that's about all. It's not life though, no, I don't call that life. I mean, the point is, my wife was sitting here now with us. She had no claim over me whatsoever. And to be frank with you, neither would I have on her. So that's it. Wash up, finish. Waiter, let the same again, please.
Oh no, I don't. No more thanks.
Come on, you got there first. Waiter, you have a little Scotch, gin, and a vodka.
No more thanks.
Yeah, waiter, we'll have 3 more of the same, that's it. I'll give it out there.
Right, sir. 3 more, sir.
Come on, it's only your first, Bernice. I mean, you've got to keep up with Paula and myself.
I don't have to, that's all I want. It's very kind of you, Harry.
No. That's good. I don't want you to get the wrong impression because drink isn't the problem. I'm not a big drinker. No, I'm not a big drinker. I can give drink up for weeks if I want to. No problem. Not hooping it. But for God's sake, if I get the chance of sitting here with 2 absolutely stunning looking girls, the likes of which I've never seen in my life, well, I think it calls for a drink. No, never been my problem drink. I never drink at home, of course, never drink at home.
You're never there.
I only drink to be sociable, only drink socially. No, not one of my problems. I've got lots of other problems, but I wouldn't want to shock you with any of those. Now, would you believe that today? I met this colleague of mine, this very dear friend of mine. I hadn't seen him for a long time, but we had a few drinks over lunch, I admit that. And then I came back here and the bar was open. And would you believe this? I haven't got a thick head. Isn't that incredible? Good man, waiter. Good man. That's it, gin over there. Good man, waiter. I'm charging through 249, won't you, waiter?
249. Will that be all, sir?
For now, waiter. Before you go. Right.
Thank you, sir. That's very good of you, sir.
Take care of them. They'll take care of you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, listen to me now. Listen to me. Serious about this. And I don't want to shock you 2 girls, because the last thing I want to do in the world is to shock you 2 lovely girls. But I think you are both of you now. Now, this is not in any way trying to get off with you or anything like that. You are 2 of the most startlingly, stunningly sexy girls that I've ever seen in my whole life.
Thank you very much,
And
Harry.
that's no sort of kidding. No sort of kidding. I want you to believe that.
Yes, we do.
No, Paula, darling. I want to hear you say very clearly, I believe that.
We do, Harry.
You do believe it, don't you?
Harry, actually, we have to be going now. We're meeting Bernice's uncle at the station.
Oh, no, just wait. Don't worry.
His train's due in a couple of minutes.
I'll get you to the station. I'll get you a taxi.
Oh, no, Harry.
I'll buy you a taxi. Listen to me now. Let me finish. Now, this is not in any way advanced or anything like that, because I respect you too much. I respect you as ladies. Now, you see this? This is a key. Key to my room. 249. Which, by the way, is a very, very, very nice room. I'm going to put this key down here in the middle of the table. Just like that. No, I'm not going to embarrass you. If you want to pick it up, it's there. Right? That's all it says. Can't say fairer than that. I'm telling you. Where are you going?
We have to go.
Hold on. The key is there, all right? I want you to take this.
You'll need it, Harry.
No, I did another one at the desk.
Come on. We really need it.
If you want it, there it is. Right? Room 249. If you want it, come and get it. Right?
We really have to be going, Harry.
Just a moment. Waiter!
Polly, you can't
Just wait a minute. Waiter! I want you to do a favor. These 2 magnificent girls are going to the station to meet their uncle. Would you do me a favor and get them a taxi?
The whole portal will get you a taxi, sir.
Oh, just ask him very nicely, would you?
Well, I'm not actually allowed to leave the bar, sir.
Oh, crying out.
Are you
It doesn't
coming?
matter, Harry. Don't bother.
What's the matter with this place?
We'll walk, Harry.
No, you won't walk. I'm not having you walk in your... I'll get you a taxi.
We
myself.
don't want
No,
a
just
taxi.
wait there. Oh,
Yes.
this is really nice. You take this key.
Thank you.
No strings. No strings at all. Sorry, up to you. All right? I won't be a minute. Wait these two magnificent girls about to win.
Oh my God, I thought you'd never leave.
Awful when they get like
I
that.
thought you'd have learnt better by now. Well, we'd better go quick.
We can't go out there, he's out there.
Excuse me, is there another way out here, please?
Yes, madam. Just through there, there's a side door just through to your left.
Thanks. Come on then, let's go on.
No, no.
No, madam. Oh, madam. You won't forget to leave the key, will you?
Oh, sorry, nearly forgot. Would you mind?
Not at all, madam.
Thank you.
Good night.
Is this seat occupied by any chance?
No.
Oh, good, great. Student, I see.
What?
Student, I bet. You look like a student. Always tell a student.
No.
Oh, you look like one. He's young enough to be a student, quite young enough. Oh, that's life, isn't it? To be a student, not a care in the world. Sitting in a park on a day like this, in the sunshine. Well enough to see the sun, eh? Eh? Where?
Yeah.
Mind you, I should be here. By right, I should go. That's where I should be, inside my front door. I've got plenty of things I should be doing. The kitchen shelf, to name but three. Only, you see that over on a day like today, Sunday, nothing to do. On your own, you said to yourself, oh, that's no good. That won't get things done. And there you are, talking to yourself. And you know what they say about people talking to themselves. Eh? Eh? Yes. So I thought this had outdoors for you. Let's come and pick you up. Mind you, I'm never at a loss. I'm a very fulfilled person. I have, for example, one of the largest collections of cigarette cards of anyone dead or alive that I know of. And you don't get that by sitting on your behind all day. But I let you into a secret. You know what it is? That's the most valuable thing there is for anyone to collect. People. I'm a collector of people. I look at them, I observe them, I hear them talk, I listen to their manner of speaking, and I think, hello, it's another one. Different again. Because I let you into another secret. They are like fingerprints, but they're quite the same. Some good, some bad, all different. But the best of them, I can use this quite frankly, not only. The best of them are women. They are superior people. They're better people. They're clearer people. They're kind of hearted people. If I just shout, oh dear woman, oh, that makes you laugh, I suppose, but that's the truth. When I choose to have a conversation, I can tell you this. It is with a woman every time. Because a woman is one of nature's listeners. Most men I wouldn't give the time of the day to. That shocks you, I expect, but that's the truth. The trouble is, I don't get to meet as many women as I like to. My particular line of work doesn't bring me in contact with them as much as I wish to. Oh, which is a pity.
Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
No.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't know there why I stopped talking. I wanted to read this in peace, couldn't concentrate. He just kept can't have people talking in your ear. Especially when you're trying to decipher writing like this. He must have been stoned out of his mind when he wrote it. Wouldn't be unusual. Look at it. He wants me to come back somehow to him. He's sorry. He didn't mean to do what he did. He won't do it again. He promises, etc., etc. I seem to have heard that before. Won't be the first time, and there's no excuse for it, is there? Violence. I mean, and what am I supposed to do? Keep going back to that every time he loses his temper? I mean, there's no excuse for it. A fracture. Nearly a compound fracture, that's what they told me. Right here. You can practically see it to this day. 2 X-rays. I said to him when I got home, I said, "You bastard, you know what you did to my head?" He just stands there the way he does. "Sorry," he says. "I'm ever so sorry." I told him, I said, "You're a bastard, a right, uncontrolled, violent, bad-tempered bastard." Do you know what he says to me? He says, "You call me a bastard again and I'll smash your stupid face in." I mean, you can't have a rational, civilised conversation with a man like that, can you? He's a right bastard. My friend Jenny, she says, "You're a loony, leave him, for God's sake, you're a loony." I mean, who needs that? You tell me one person who needs that. Only where do you go? I mean, there's all my personal things, all my, well, everything. He's even got a bloody post office book. I'll finish up that bit, just you wait and see. I must be out of my tiny mind. Do you know, sometimes I just want to jump down a deep hole. I mean, I know that bastard will be waiting at the bottom. Waiting to rub the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, yes, excuse me.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to embarrass you.
No, it's all right. Excuse me. Nobody here, is there?
Nobody where?
Nobody sitting here.
No.
Don't mind if I do. Girl over there's got boyfriend trouble. Comes and pours it all over me as if I'm interested. I mean, we've all been through it. I don't know why she thinks I'm interested. I mean, we all have our troubles, but we don't sit on a bench and bore some poor innocent stranger to death. No, that in my book spells S for selfishness. And have you noticed, it's invariably the young. They don't think that we've been through it. Can't imagine that we were young once too. Don't know where they think we all came from. I mean, 5 years ago, I had a house in the country, charming wife, 2 lovely kids. Couldn't imagine a happier family. And my wife dies suddenly. The kids can't stand the place a moment longer and emigrate to Canada. So I sell the house. And there I am in a flat that I can hardly swing a cat in. But I don't go around complaining to people about it. That's life. I mean, I've had 25 good years. Who am I to complain if I get a few bad ones thrown in as well? And believe you me, I know I am going to get a few bad ones thrown in. Things are going to get worse before they get better. Bound to. You know, there's an interesting thing about trouble. It always makes me think of woodworm. I mean, it starts to spread and starts in your family, and then it spreads into your business, which explains why I'm sitting here trying to read a report that's been put together so badly that I've got to spend my one day off trying to condense it into another report before I know whether I'm bankrupt or not. I mean, I don't know if you're interested, but if you look at this page here, it's a typical page.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Pardon?
Man over there. He's been, you know, I don't want to make a scene, but, you know, I suppose I should call the police, really, but they'd never catch him. Most of the police are men as well, aren't they? Between you and me, most of the police women are as well. Men dressed up. Special duties, they're called. So my ex-husband informs me. I mean, can't you just sit in the park these days without some men? You know, I'm on the fixed income, I don't need all that. That comes from my husband, my ex-husband. He runs a pub in the country, but I had to leave him. We got to the stage, it was either that or, you know, I love dogs, you see. And he would never refused, point blank. And the day came when I knew I must have a dog. It came, you know, like an obsession. So I left. I usually have my little doggy with me, but he's gone to be the vet's. It's gone to be, you know. He's only a puppy. They have to keep him in. Poor little thing. He's a loyal little dog. He'd have seen that man off all right. Oh, yes. He understands every word I say to him. Every single word. I said to him this morning, Ginger boy, you're coming down the vets for me to be, you know. His little ears, they pricked up, and his tail wagged. He understood, you see. Oh, yes. I think dogs are more intelligent than people, and much better company. The wonderful thing is, when you've got a dog, you meet other people with little dogs. And do you know what I always say? They're the bestest kind of people. They're the ones I know I'll get on with. Excuse me, have you got a dog by any chance?
Excuse me. No case over there. Bloody woman prattling on about her dog. I mean, thinks every man's after her. I mean, look at him. After her, she'd have to pay him. You know the sort of, don't you? I mean, you talk to her long enough, she'll talk herself into thinking you've assaulted her. Before you know it, she'll be screaming blue murder. You'll be carried off by the fuzz. And that's your lot. 2 years if you're lucky. I mean, I can't help you to get away from the wife. Don't want another one just like her, do I? I mean, that's why I'm in the park. Get away from the noise. You got kids? Don't have kids. Take my tip. Don't get married. Looks alright, but nothing's your own. You pay for it all, but nothing's your own. Yap, yap, yap. One. Never satisfied. I mean, no word of a lie. I look at her some mornings, and I think, blimey, I must have won last prize in a raffle. Yeah, say she's thinking the same. In fact, I know she is. Certainly hits me at a distance. Well, she's like, hello dear, put your money on the table, and she's off out. Don't see her for dust. Sunday mornings, it's a race to see who can get out first. Loser keeps the baby. Well, this morning, I made it out first. Here I am, in the quiet, got away from the noise. Do you know something interesting? Most of our lives are noise, aren't they? Artificial man-made noise. But you get out here, and you can listen. And, well, there's a bit of traffic, but apart from that, peace. Like my mother used to say, shut your eyes in the country, and you can hear God breathing.
ladies listening to ghost music.
What did I tell you? Hard two of the boyfriend sound out.
Excuse me, he's talking to me. I sure printed those
Oh,
there.
blimey, there she goes again. Hang on.
Hey!
I say.
Big one.
Excuse me, excuse me.
Sorry. Oh, all right, done. Done then. Might as well talk to yourself.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not serving teas for another 2 hours yet.
I have this.
Oh, golly. Councillor Mrs. Pierce.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, golly. Has nobody met you?
No, there were people around, but they all seemed rather busy.
Oh, yes.
I left my car down the lane there. Is that all right?
Oh, fine, I should think. I'm afraid we're all a bit behindhand.
Oh, yes, Mr. Gosford.
Gosforth, yes.
Yes, he did say 2:50.
Oh, he should be about somewhere. He was. I'm Millie Carter.
How do you do?
It's very nice of you to come.
Not at all. Not
Is your husband any better?
better?
Yes, I thought he was ill.
No, he just couldn't get away at the last minute. So I'm afraid you'll have to make do with me instead.
Oh, yes. Oh, no, we'll tremendously appreciate your coming. Honestly, it's wonderful, thank you.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm afraid it looks a bit threatening out there today.
Oh, yes, I do hope it doesn't rain. And when we can have some of the events in the main marquee over there, and if worst comes to the worst, we can put them in the tea tent. But there are things like Mr. Stokes's Wolf Cubs PT display, where you couldn't put that in here, for instance.
Were those little boys out there in the white vest and wolf cuts?
Oh, yes, were they behaving themselves?
No. They were throwing stones at a caravan. I told them to stop it.
Oh, Lord, good for you. But they won't take up a blind bit of notice. Little horrors, every one of them. But thanks for trying. No, you see, it's vital we get a good attendance today. Absolutely vital. Mr. Gosforth has worked tirelessly. I'm OCT's, tea lady for the day. I usually teach at the school.
Yeah, how is it?
Most of the children round here are as thick as 2 planks. Not a budding village genius among them.
Come down off of there!
Here's Mr. Gosforth.
Will you wolf cubs come down off of that scaffolding? This is your last warning. Oh, goodness me. Bloody little vandals swarming all over it like that. Oh,
Mr. Gosforth, Councillor Pierce.
oh, good Lord, hello.
How do you do?
Gordon Gosforth, so nice of you to come. Look, I'm sorry I wasn't there to meet you, but I've been having a bit of a gyro crisis. You see, we rented both of these tents. We didn't get them out till today. Well, we just didn't have the space. When we did, half the gyros were missing off of the main marquee. This one's safe enough though. We did a bit of an emergency job. You know, there isn't a window left in the district with any sash cord. Anyway.
Thank you.
The curriculum goes like this. 2:30, we kick off. I'll give you a little introduction, needn't be too long. And as soon as you've finished, up strikes the band. We've got them coming over from Ayckbourn. Where are the band? They should be here by now. Then after that, if you'd like to mingle a little, I'm sure you'd like to do a spot of mingling, is that okay? Just try bowling for the pig. I've seen Fred Craig's trailer, so I know the pigs are right. Roll a few pennies, all that kind of nonsense. Then at 3:30, second little pendant wolf cubs PT display, organised by Stuart Stokes. Now that should last about half an hour, and as soon as that's over, tea, courtesy of Millie Carter and assorted ladies. I do hope you can hang on a little bit for that, yes. Jolly good. Then, at about 5 o'clock, we'll have the novelty races. As soon as they've gobbled down their biscuits, you know, mother's race, father's race, 3-legged grandfather's race, all that kind of rubbish. Then after that, at 5:30, we'll have the final round off with the organised sing-song with the Hayckbourn band. Do hope the vicar's organised those song sheets. I bet you 10 quid to a penny he'll have forgotten all about it. And then at 6 o'clock, we clear up, dismantle everything, clear away the field so that Swales can have it back to his cows at 7:30 in the morning. I do hope you'll stay for some of the fun. Yes, I'm sure you'll want to. Now then, Nick, what's Fairchild?
Oh, he had to go out on the call. He said he'd be back.
Well, you better be back. Nothing's working. Do you know that's the penalty when the local quack is also your electrical expert? He rigged up this entire sound system. Got wires down, amplifier here, microphone, loudspeakers. Only problem is, not a damn thing's working.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear indeed. If he doesn't get it working before you make your speech, nobody will hear a damn thing you say. That sounds ominous. Minnie, my darling,
Miss Gordon?
here's some prizes for the races. Half a dozen bottles of sherry, sitting down there behind the counter so the wolf cubs can't get at them. Oh, excuse me a moment. Reverend, would you mind coming here a moment, please? Just a moment, thank you. Useful device, this. Saves the voice. Now then, would you like to have a look around before we get started? I think we're going to be a few minutes yet. You know, I think you'll find it rather impressive what there is of it so far, anyway.
Bad news, Cosworth, I'm afraid, bad news.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, I've been finally let down in the song sheets, I'm afraid.
Oh, excuse the language.
No, the man with the duplicator has gone out of business.
Oh, well, in that case, delete community singing, insert community humming.
Community humming, I like that, yes. Oh, hello.
Oh, excuse me, Councillor Mrs. Pierce. This is John Braithwaite's advocate.
Oh, delighted to meet you. How are you? So good of you to turn out. And how is your husband? Better, I hope.
He's not ill.
Oh dear, seriously?
He's not ill.
Oh, he's not ill. I thought you said he got ill. We can't get those two things messed up, can we? Oh, that's much better. Not ill,
John, do you think you can show the council here the lie of the land? Take her for a turn round the Tombona?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
If you'll excuse me for a few minutes, Councillor Mrs. Pierce, you know, I think I'm going to pitch into this sound system myself, see if I can sort it out. 12 speakers strung all around the field and not a squeak out of any of them.
Will you follow me, Mrs. Pierce?
Bye, Mrs. Pierce. Oh, and John, would you ask those confounded wolf cubs to come down with that loudspeaker sort of off the scaffolding and built for loudspeakers, you see?
Yes, Herbert.
You see, I don't think it was designed to take that kind of weight.
No, quite.
Well, now you come to mention it, I don't think it was designed to take any kind of weight at all.
Bye-bye, see you later.
Bye. Now then, Millie, how's everything? All right?
Fine, I think. Old Mr. Derwin should be here with a tea urn in a few minutes.
Splendid. Now. Good Lord, half of that. Now then, where shall I start with this little lot? Oh, well, the amplifier seems to be working. Well, the lights come on anyway.
Gordon?
Just a second, lovely. I think I better start at the business end, work my way around. Can only be a loose connection somewhere. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello.
Gordon, have you a minute, please?
Hello. Where's that damn fiancé of yours?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he should stick around. He can help me sort this out. He's never here when you need him. Those confounded wolf cubs of his are running amok.
Gordon, have you got a minute, please?
Darling girl, does it look as if I've got a minute?
It's frightfully urgent.
Well, look, you go ahead. I'll just keep fiddling.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
it's really rather awful.
Oh, yeah?
It does seem terribly as if I might be pregnant.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Did you say pregnant?
I'm frightfully sorry, Gordon.
Me?
There's no one else it could have been, Gordon.
Oh, my God.
What am I going to say to Stuart?
Well?
He'll be dreadfully upset.
Oh,
He might refuse to marry me.
yes, I can see you might, yes.
I don't know what to do.
Well, easy, Millie, easy. First, are you absolutely sure?
Yes.
Well, this needs thinking about. Look, I tell you what, don't worry. We'll sort it out later. We've just got to get through today first.
What's Stuart going to say? Everyone knows we're engaged. What's he going to do to him? How's he going to face his cubs?
Oh, he's a good bloke. He's a Boy Scout after all. He's a decent sort. Now, Millie, you're not to worry.
No.
Now, don't worry. We'll all sit down later. We'll sort it out. But first things first. You organise your tea and I'll see if I can get this working. Aye. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Success! I don't know what I did, but it's working. Ah!
How long's it been on for?
That's a very good point. Hello, old boy. Now stay calm, Stokes. Stokes, stay calm. But look, careful, this thing is on.
Switch it off, you cow, switch it
I don't know how to switch it off.
I've been done enough. I think Steeple and use the Aussies, but no man as a man. Isn't it bad luck when you bring the Nazis across 4 acres of fields?
I say I'm sorry, Stokes.
There are ponies up there as well, you know.
This thing is still on, you know.
Stop!
Steady, steady, steady. Hey, Millie, turn it off, turn it off. Turn it off.
Wait! It's off.
Oh, thank God.
Stuart, we'll have to talk about this later.
I do not want to talk about this, Leopard. I don't want to talk about it at all.
And there's no help to anyone getting in the stage.
She's right, you know, Stuart, old man. She's right.
4 acres! 4 acres!
Steady. Look, we'll all sit down later, we'll talk about it, we'll sort it out. Don't worry. Millie, crack open one of those bottles of mine, will you? Give me a glass of sherry.
I don't think you know I never drink.
Well, you're in need of one now, old boy.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes, Vicar.
Did you know the jury and tidings were being broadcast abroad?
Well, you know, we did, Vicar. Thank you very much.
Oh dear, I'm dreadfully sorry.
Yes, thank you, John. Thank you. Well, there goes your reputation as spinster of the parish.
That's not funny, Augustus.
Oh, I'm sorry, old boy. Come on,
Perhaps you ought to go and lie down in the first aid tent.
But I don't want to lie down.
The first aid tent isn't up yet. Someone swiped one of the poles.
I've got things I've got to do.
Like what?
Haven't done the platform yet.
You haven't? Oh, good Lord.
What platform?
The platform upon which Councillor Mrs. Pierce was supposed to have made her speech 20 minutes ago. We need that. We can't get started without it.
Can't someone else do it?
I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it.
Oh,
I'll do it.
good Lord. Now here comes the rain.
Oh no. Now nobody will come. And everyone that is here will go home.
Oh, no, it's like a monsoon out there. Oh, look, hang on. I'll see if I can raise their spirits a little. This is only a passing shower. Please feel free to shelter in the main marquee. I repeat, this is only a passing shower.
Oh
I don't
heavens.
think I convinced anybody here.
Oh no.
What's the matter?
I left the biscuits out the back.
Stuart, I'd lay off that stuff if I was you. You're not used to it.
Good well, Augustus, you swine.
You know, your platform's getting a bit damp out there. Would you like a hand to drag it in?
Good well, Augustus, you fascist.
Oh, I'll drag it in. Oh, gee, what did you make this out of? You know, it's a pity to let this get ruined. You've got a lot of effort into it. Goodness, what a shower. You know, the lucky dip tub's like a water butt.
Will one of you please give Mr. Durbin
What's there left to do on this? Stokes? Oh, Stokes, stop sitting there feeling sorry for yourself.
He's
What's
stuck
that?
in the mud, Mr. Durbin.
Oh, I'll do it. It's no use expecting that Boy Scout here to do anything useful.
Oh, Stuart, honestly, how could you? Leaving poor old Mr. Durbin let a cope on his own. He's over 70, you know. And those wolf cubs of yours, they're throwing mud at each other. They ought to be taking shelter. Oh, don't blame me if they will go down with pneumonia.
When did you do it, Millie?
What?
With a man like Gossos, that fascist.
I don't drag politics into it, Stuart.
What did you do it, Millie?
I don't know. Can't remember.
What do you mean? You can't remember?
Oh, well, perhaps I can. It was while you were off at the Scout Jamboree.
Oh, God.
I went across to the park to get a brandy for Mother. She thought she had a cold coming. And Gordon was behind the bar as usual, and he offered to buy me a drink.
Go on.
Well, he bought me a drink and we sat on in there talking. I told him about you and he talked to me about his ex-wife.
Talk to that man about me? Us?
Yes.
How do you dare to talk to that fascist about us?
Oh, Stuart, if you're going to be so righteously indignant, do take off that stupid hat.
This is not a stupid act.
It is on you.
This is my badge of office.
And those absurd baggy shorts.
You always told me you're not being my uniform.
I don't anymore.
I don't know what's got on to you, Millie.
I don't either. I've grown up. I'm pregnant by a man I don't much care for. I think I've finally grown up. And about bloody time.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Ah, Stuart.
Hello, Vicar.
You heard the broadcast, I take it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Not the most tactful way to hear that kind of news.
No,
It must have come as a great shock to you.
it did. To everybody. Everybody heard it, you know.
But everybody knew it, you see.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it's a very small village, isn't it? And the spectacle of Miss Carter being let out the side door of the Fox and Hounds at 6 a.m. on the Sunday morning, well, it's not the most common of occurrences.
Oh, I see.
If only you hadn't been at your jamboree, I brought this along. I don't know if it's vital to anything.
I think it's a microphone stand, I think.
I see your cubs are playing in the mud.
Oh, let them, who cares?
Oh yes, they're enjoying themselves. I don't know what their mothers are going to say about all those lovely white PT bass.
Can you manage?
Yes. Oh, it weighs a ton. There now, that's that. Right, I think a change of plan is called for. In view of the adverse weather, I think we'll need to go for an early tea. Look, will you lay off of that stuff? Do you think you can manage that, Millie?
I think so. I've seen Mrs. Winchurch around somewhere. My other ladies weren't due until 3:30.
Okay, good. Okay then, revised schedule. Kick off, speech by Councillor Mrs. Pearce.
In the rain?
Well, I've put the platform inside the tent here, she needn't get wet. Even if they can't see her, they'll be able to hear her, okay? After that, tea. I think we'll scrub around the PT display. I don't think our instructor's up to it anyway. And where the hell's the Haylock band? They should be here by now.
Oh, please, Phosphorus.
Oh, and you, old boy, and you. Right then, let's get going. Councillor Mrs. Pearce. Where the hell is she?
Who?
Councillor Mrs. Pearce. Vicar, what have you done with her?
I think I lost her during the broadcast. I went in, I thought she...
Councillor Mrs. Pearce. Will Councillor Mrs. Pearce please report to the tea tent?
I go see if I can find her.
Yeah, let's go. Goodness. These cups look good. How many have you got there?
About 350.
Well, I don't think you'll need that many. I'd start with about 6 if I was you. Now then. Oh dear me, the rain's getting into this thing. It will short out completely if we're not careful. Oh dear, look out of the way, you! Look, Millie, will you get your boyfriend here out of the road?
She's not my boyfriend.
And he's not my boyfriend.
There's no sign of her.
Well, where's she got to? She can't have vanished into thin air. Oh, Councillor, Mrs. Pierce.
Oh my goodness, Mrs. Pierce. Oh, come and sit down.
Well, what happened to you?
I went to have a look at your church.
Oh yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
It started raining and, well, I sort of got lost. I asked one of the Boy Scouts, whatever they were.
Good boys, good boys.
They sent me in the wrong direction. I ended up in a ploughed field.
Oh, typical bloody little vandals. Look, Councillor Mrs. Pierce, if you're feeling up to it, I really do think we ought to make a start to the ceremony for what it's worth, with or without the hatful band. Then we can have our tea.
All right.
Good.
All right, let's...
Are you feeling fit?
Yes.
Okay then, let's see. I hope this thing's still working.
You swine, Gosford.
Okay. So far, so good. Phone up. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. Will you walk up, stop persecuting the pig? Please leave the pig alone.
Do you think it would be very naughty of me to sneak a cup of tea now?
Oh no, help yourself, Peter.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
All funds raised this afternoon will go towards the village hall. And that will be, I'm sure you realise, a most welcome addition.
Oh dear. I can't turn the tap off. So,
To have with us as our guest of honour, Councillor Mrs. Pierce.
stop.
Councillor Mrs. Pierce, as you all know, has worked tirelessly
Oh, quickly.
to
Going as quick as I can.
So, without further ado, I would like to introduce our guest of honour this afternoon, Councillor Mrs. Pierce. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I appear to have bought the bad
What the
weather.
hell's going on?
It's stuck.
What's that?
The tap's stuck.
Oh,
Do you think we can turn it upside down?
why the blazes don't you leave things alone?
Okay, Winnie, what?
Oh, somebody get that damn thing off it, will you, Billy?
Here, I see that bird.
Oh, blast this thing!
Shut up, Stuart.
Like quick, precious, don't! Billy, get him out of here! Get him out! Oh, look, you keep him going here. I'll see to him. Come on, Stokes. Out he comes. Out. Come on. Come on. Come on in the bridge. Come on. Out you go. Come on.
We're never going to drink all this tea.
Quickly, just give me another cup.
There, that's done. Now the next job. Stand clear, Rebecca. Stand clear.
I don't think that's
Stand
good.
clear. Done it. What's happening? Steady, Rebecca. Steady. Billy, give me a hand. Are you all right, Mrs. Pierce? Look, will you two lift the road to the first aid tent? I'll hold the fork here.
We'll take it to the first aid tent.
It's not up.
Oh, this is an emergency. Tell them to put it up. Oh, where the hell's the hatful band? They're never here when you need them. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it just goes to show that these technical hitches can happen to the best of us. Now then, there's another slight change to our plan this afternoon. In 15 minutes' time, that's at 3:15, we're going to have the judging of the homemade cakes in the main marquee. Oh, good Lord. I told you walk-ups to get down off of that scaffolding. Would you please mind out and let the first aid people through? Please stand clear, allow the all first aid people through to the... Oh no! What a time to turn up! Handful fan, there are handful cuts on the ground in aid of minor medical attention. Please mind where you are marching. I repeat, please mind where you're marching.
seen all of us on here tonight, and if you look at your programs, you'll see there are an awful lot of people who don't appear on stage, who do an awful lot of work in the putting together of this production. Their names are in the program. However, there is one person whose name isn't in the program because she put it together herself. And Meg Musto selected the material, got us all together, guided us, inspired us, cajoled us, twisted our arms, gave us a hard time or whatever. But it's all Meg's doing, the set, as well as the boys at the back, everybody. So I'd like you to put it together for Meg.